Okay, we're having our December meeting, and there's a list going around. If you can initial your name, or if it's not, if the information isn't right, please add it. So today we're going to have a busy agenda, but it should be quite interesting. Hopefully we'll have a few more people come in, but we might as well start around, and we'll go around and have people introduce themselves. If somebody else comes in later, we may ask them to check in with the camera.
Eleanor Coleman. I'm with the Rotary Southwest and with Catholic Family Center's Youth Build program over on Lincoln.
My name is Eric Stevens. I'm at Common Ground Health and live in the 19th Ward.
John Life with Change in the Scene Neighborhood Association.
Mary Del Alessandro, Upper South Plymouth Neighborhood Association.
Donna Sarnecki, 19th Ward Community Association.
Dana Miller, founding president of the Southwest Common Council.
Hey, welcome back. You're just in time.
Currently the deputy commissioner of neighborhood business development for the city of Rochester.
Francis Wintercorn, owner of 934 West Main Street.
Bill Washington, Neighborhood United.
Neighborhoods United, right?
Yes.
Speak up, because with this white noise here.
John Dumont, I'm street liaison to the Southwest Commercial Corridors.
I'm John McMahon with the City of Rochester Neighborhood Service Center. And if I could really quick, because I know it's a really full agenda, these giant pieces of paper that are over by the door are a really cool cheat sheet, if you will, for anybody who's writing a grant for the community foundation or for anything else, really. These are laid out categories of the strategic plan action items. So if you're writing your proposal and you want to refer to something, which is highly recommended to do, this is a very easy way. They're all laid out in order, so there's a big pile of them by the door for people.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. And my name's John Boutte. I co-chair the Southwest Common Council with John Lightfoot, and also chair the education committee that the Southwest Common Council has, and it's been a busy week with all the issues flying around with the budget for the school district. Okay, last week we had hoped to have Mary Del Alessandro give us a presentation on the consequence of Tenant Protection Act, and we didn't. We had some lively discussion, but not on that. So I'm
a resident, and I'm also a housing provider. And the reason that I bring all of this to you is because this Tenant Protection Act was put into effect to try to increase affordable housing for tenants. However, there are some consequences to it that is going to hurt owner-occupieds and neighborhoods. And as a housing provider, so many times I've heard, well, that landlord didn't check the references. They put somebody in that house that's bad. Well, under this new Tenant Protection Act, I want you to know, we cannot use prior evictions. They could have been evicted 20 times. We cannot seek records of their evictions. We cannot use arrests to find tenants. We cannot ask if they're a sex offender. We can do a criminal background check, but that's only if they're convicted. How many times does somebody get arrested for something before it really goes to court? So We're not gonna know who lives next door to us. We can't protect you. So many landlords, housing providers are getting out of the business, and many of us have already increased our rents so that you won't have to deal with real hard screening, all right? That's not going to produce affordable housing.
Can I,
It's gonna take it away.
I just need clarity on this. Can't use prior evictions, I understand that one, and for arrests or...
We cannot use any kind of court records. We cannot use, like I use tenant info. I will not use tenant info because they used to give me the evictions and the arrests. And
So-
that's very important.
So arrests, but not necessarily charged? Is there a
Yes, you can be arrested for something,
But not
that doesn't mean
convicted?
that you were convicted of it. The judge may say, okay, you were arrested for this, but I'm gonna let you off.
Or the judge could, or a jury could find that you're not guilty.
Okay,
I mean, there's also that.
yes, there is that.
Which is
But as a
ridiculous.
housing provider, I wanna know.
But in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, well, if they find a gun on the guy, I don't, all I can tell you is that a lot is based on the trouble that you've gotten into.
Yeah, but New York State is strict about guns and illegal guns, so I'd be kind of like hard pressed to think they're just letting people off on gun charges, but people are innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, I still wanna know when they get arrested.
And the criminal justice system does disproportionately affect people of color as well. So,
Okay.
I mean, you're not getting much sympathy with me on that.
That's fine. I am more concerned about what's going to happen to our neighborhoods. All right? So the other thing that has happened with this Tenant Protection Act is that it's going to take 50 to 80 days to evict somebody.
I saw on the news it said it takes 14 days instead of 3 days. So it goes from 3 days to 14 days.
No. What it is on day 5, I send a letter, certified mail to the tenant saying, this is the amount of rent owed. On day 6, I give the tenant a 14-day notice. On day 19, I go down to the court to file the papers for the eviction. I have to wait that 14 days. Then after that, all right, I have to wait another 14 days, 14 to 17 days before I can get into the court. And after I'm in court and a warrant is given by the judge, the marshal gives another 14 days before they have to be moved. What?
No, I just said that's what it sounded like 45 days in 2 months.
And that's if you get the eviction.
I said the judges will award them more time.
Yes, they can say that there's a hardship and they will be awarded more time. So if there's a problem in the neighborhood where there's a nuisance and it lives next door to you, it may take a long time to get rid of that tenant. Now, if it's for non-payment and we're on, let's say, day 50 and we're in court, if they bring the money, I have to let them stay. And they can start the procedure all over again next month. And we get no attorney's fees anymore.
Attorney's fees, what do you mean?
Well, if I have to take them to court to evict them, I can ask that they pay my attorney's fees. Yes, the tenant.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that anymore. If,
Yeah, so what you do is you ask for all your back rent that's
Right.
owed, and then you have your lease where you can, all your late fees or any other attorney fees or whatever else you put in there that the tenant signs, then it's all fair game. And what she's saying is it's not all fair game. The tenant may have signed it, but guess what? I can't get it because the law says I can't get it no more. So that's the change.
but if they win, let's say the judge throws it out and they used legal aid, they can request that I pay their attorney fees. So these are some things that are going to hurt our neighborhoods. And there is currently an organization called Under One Roof, NewYork.org, and we are going to Albany. One of the senators that voted no, Democratic senator that voted no, is going to sponsor us on the floor. He has changed his mind because of the ramifications of this, so that we can go down there and request that the senators that voted yes come down and talk to us, because this is not helping the tenants. There's more things involved, all right, where the tenants aren't being helped. You can no longer ask for a double security deposit. Double security deposit gave a lot of people the opportunity to get into an apartment they otherwise wouldn't be able to get into. People took a risk on it. And that is no longer, they will no longer be able to get into those units because the housing providers aren't willing to take that risk. This is not helping with affordable housing. And just so, just to give me a little history, there's 4 levels of housing providers. The first level is your corporate. They're the ones that get tax credits and grants and loans. The next level is private. They're well established. I would say they're your Park Avenue. They're your real good neighborhoods. Level 3, they're private. They're small landlords, all right? And they own in good to challenge neighborhoods. They struggle. They struggle with maintenance because rent is very unstable. And then there's level 4, which is really challenged neighborhoods. They also struggle. And where you're going to get your most affordable housing is at level 3 and level 4. And those are the housing providers that are being hit the most. Is there another level?
No, I do want to add this. I was watching a program on the news the other day, and it's really serious. The average person makes $18,000 a year, plus you tax on the $18,000. What are you really making? Absolutely zero.
I agree.
And it's not really at our level. I mean, in reality, this decision, this is way not at our level.
No, it's not. This was intended for the people in New York City, the billionaires.
She's right about that. New York State did change that. They make a lot of policy based on their stuff. It has a negative effect on us. So there is a problem. The rent is up. It's just up. Section 8 is paying more for rent. So landlords are raising their rent. They're raising their rent to keep people out because they're not so good tenants, and it's taking harder to get them out. You just can't get them out in 30 days, 60 days. I mean, if you're really on it, you probably get them out in 30 days. I never got a tenant out in 30 days. And then you got to pay for repairs. And guess what? Welfare don't give you an amount of money for repairs, especially if you sign a piece of paper. So sometimes that stuff can be a loss. But when you serve in the community, this is what you're doing. I mean, this is kind of what you're at. But so I understand what she's saying. It's just making it harder for someone to achieve. They're not making, the profits are being cut into and the profits was already minimum in the first place. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
So that, I mean, she don't have a bad argument, but the argument is still the same. People need help.
Yes.
You know, but the help isn't gonna be there because they're pricing them out because you can't deal with it. You know what I mean? So it's a tough situation.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, we hear a lot about all the bad landlords. We never hear about the good ones. There are good landlords out there that work with the tenants, all right? Many of my peers, they're owed money for rent. I'm owed $3,000 as we sit here. The $3,000, I'm not rich, but that is not what bothers me, all right? Because I have faith that I'm working with the tenant. They came on some hard circumstances. What bothers me is that if, after I've worked all this time with them, and something happens, all right, it's going to take me 60 more days to get rid of them. That $3,000 now becomes $5,000. It's going to make it very, very, very difficult for housing providers to work with landlords, to work with tenants, to help them. No, please.
I don't want to sound like I'm like unsympathetic because I understand
No, I
exactly
know.
what you're saying, and I'm dealing with some issues. Not me personally, but people who are challenging that they can't get $50. You know, I'm dealing with a situation like this where the person can't even come up with $50, and he's on the verge. They gave him what you're saying. They got like until like the 8th of January to come up with that. It's really tough. It is. I'll be honest with you. If you don't have it, you're like.
Part of the problem is the Department of Social Services, all right? At the stroke of a pen, they'll close somebody's case. At the stroke of a pen, they will sanction somebody.
Well, that's the tenant. The tenant didn't make a meeting. I mean, it's just tough. It's tougher now, but they're not getting that all those second chances. But they will give you to it if they come around and comply. But a lot of people just don't want to comply. You got a meeting to go to, you got an appointment you're supposed to show up to, you don't show up. What am I supposed to do? Reschedule you again and again? How many times I got to reschedule you? So it becomes a point where you just say, well, the last administration says, okay, we're just going to sanction you if you don't make your appointment. Some of the appointments are you got to do job readiness. I think now they got something when you go to Enid just to check in or something for you to get rent going or something. They got so many other things for you to do, and people don't. That will make everything, especially for the homeless, right? Who have more mental issues and challenges. They'll get sanctioned, and they have nothing. And so, I mean, that's across the board. It's on the person though. It's on the person. It really is. They're not doing. I get the calls all the time, and they tell you half the story. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And then you get the real story. Then it's bad content. Then when you talk to them, well, that's true. Well, why are you telling me half the story at the 12th hour, and I'm supposed to make something happen? I don't have to control like that. Okay, so you have to. People have to take responsibility for it. So it's not just the county is just doing it. It is in some sense because there used to be more leeway, but the leeway is no longer there at this particular moment. Maybe things may change, but if you miss that appointment, you're sanctioned and you're off. And then you need to recycle because the money has changed. The way the funding streams have changed. The federal's giving money in different ways. States coming up. So everybody's got to try to comply with what's going on, just so that different pots of money are held, because of budget constraints and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm sorry.
No, thank you. I couldn't have said it better. And when I do say those kinds of things, I'm a whining landlord. But that is the truth, what he's saying. I can't make anybody go to their appointments. But if they don't go and the rent is turned off, that's not my fault.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Anyway,
So what are you asking for us?
Well,
So we'll let
I
them talk.
will keep all of you.
2 o'clock.
You did more talking than I did.
No, I.
Okay then.
I'm sorry.
But I will keep all of you posted. And
So you're going to Albany? Are you
yes,
share
we're
that?
going to
When
Albany
you
on
going?
January 13th.
You're going to
If
share that
any-
out? Yeah.
If any of you would like to go to fight for your neighborhoods, we've got a bus let me know.
So what are we
You
asking
wanna
for?
go?
Yeah.
So what are you
Put
asking?
your name on here.
What are you asking for when we go to Albany? What's that?
We're going to Albany to show up, and some of us will go in to talk to the senators.
Talk about what? I mean, that's
Talk
what
about
are we
to
asking?
make amendments.
And the amendment is what?
The amendment is we need screening. We need screening to protect other tenants living in the building.
Okay, so you
All right, and we're asking for amendments to get rid of the 5-day certified letter because the tenants aren't going to pick them up anyway. And
what was it before? Before now, 5 days. What was it before?
you would send them a 3-day letter and then you could start eviction
Oh, okay.
proceedings, but
3.
you can't now.
Oh, wait 5 days, 2 more days.
Well, no, 5, and then you have to wait an additional 14.
Okay.
All right, thank you, and what we're also asking for is at the end to reduce the marshal serving the paper and giving them, we're asking for 7 days instead of 14. Too much damage can be in 14 days. Can happen in 7 too, but we're trying to get amendments.
Mary, could you perhaps work with Bill here and neighbors in your area and try to get together people to look at this? You know, we need to get landlords and neighbors to work together and try to understand what's going on and what the best solution would be. This is a good opportunity for you to look at working with the neighborhood to recruit people and, you know, build up the Upper South Plymouth Neighborhood Association, and perhaps if you can help Bill, you know, talk to some of his neighbors, this is really an opportunity to make things happen together.
I will let you know, and anybody else that wants to know when the next meeting is, it's being handled through Boylan Code attorneys, and it has gone statewide. All right. I will let you know when the next meeting is. I didn't even think anybody might be interested. Judy Baker went to the last. Do you know Judy?
Yeah, we all know Judy.
Everybody knows. Oh my God, she got up.
was there the day
They're
one.
not protecting me. You should see what goes on next door to me. Okay. But I think she's going to go to Albany with us.
I did put my email address on there.
Yes, I will. I will send you all the information.
Great.
Thank you.
Nice going.